about humanity. Putting truth in these lines while they busy feeding lies. When you got that tunnel vision, gotta open up your eyes. Wake up and go to sleep. Man, I'm praying all times. And to my guys, ain't no other side. This for my brothers, I'ma pray we all shine. Lock the door. Go ahead, lock the door. Lock the door. Go ahead, lock the door. Yeah, you already know.
Depending on the lessons, some people eat, some people learn. But the game is going to send you a bill. Lock the door.
Professor Melly Mel, the Hood Postman. Finally, I'm in North Long Beach. Who I'm here with today?
Tyde, original Hood Crip.
Where did you grow up at?
North side of Long Beach, 68 and White.
North side of Long Beach. What schools did you attend, Tyde Bo?
Davis, Story King, Hamilton, Jordan High School.
And what was that like going to Jordan High? Was it still predominantly a mixed school at that time?
Yeah, it was predominantly mixed. At that time when I was going there, Hamilton the same way. There's a little racism back then, though. Little racism going on back then.
How many sets were there in that school at the time? Was it just you guys, or were there other sets that you guys, that were there?
Well, you had the Boulevards was there. We was there. Square Hoods, which is 4 corner blocks now. Tanner's was there. Nutty Blocks was there. Grape Streets was there. And we might had one or two Don moves there.
Okay, good enough. I'm glad you talked about the square because I wanted to know the difference between the triangle, the square, and the circle. So I know the circle was Old Hood itself, but I'm trying to understand the square and the triangle. Can you tell us about it?
Well, all these hoods right here, these communities was shaped a different kind of way. We was called, the circle. That was a circle. Then over there by Coolidge Park, I believe that's the triangle. And then the square is over in there, the 4 corner blocks over there. That's what it is.
So the triangle is dominantly over there where I told you Kevin lived and Ronnie D lived over there. Or did Bruce live over there?
That's Bruce lived in our neighborhood.
Okay.
Bruce lived in the circle. Ronnie D lived in the square hood, which is called 4 corner block now.
Okay.
And
the other side of Coolidge Park, that was the triangle.
To me, though, it's still kind of, I don't want to say nothing, but it's still kind of round, like that's still our neighborhood over there.
Got it.
If you go in there, it's still round.
Right.
It's still a circle.
Yeah. So is that why you chose to say Old Hood, because of the circle?
Exactly.
That's why it became. I think that my first contact with him was like late 70s, and it was P-Dog.
Yeah.
Do you remember P-Dog?
Yes, sir. P-Dog. Yeah. That was the man back in his days. He was the man.
And we're gonna come back to P-Dog, but I need to know who are the founders of Old Hood. And ask me, correct me if I'm wrong. I think P-Dog, Red, Tootie, Bruce, and Chunky.
I know a Chucky Stamps. Chucky. I don't know Chunky, but I know a Chucky.
Kookie or something. Kookie. There we go.
Kookie. Kookie and them, Red and them, they was all from LA, but they were some of the brothers that did help that was, help out with starting to set out. But it's a couple guys, that I don't want to lead them out, but they supposed to be part of the founders too. It was a collective of guys.
Who were they?
I want to say P-Dog was one of them. I don't want to think God, I don't want to go there and say that. P-Dog was one of them. Darnell, Clint, Rich Dog. I'm gonna name him Rich Dog. But P-Dog, Red. I may mention Laro. These was collective dudes. I don't want to. And it was a homegirl and there, some homegirls, Honey Bun, Weena. These was people that was that was around back then. I didn't want to go in there, because that's a generation ahead of me.
Uh-huh.
You see what I'm
You
saying?
mean Bun? I know Bun.
Bun.
Yeah.
Bun was the one that threw up the fingers and all of that. Bun is really was you know what I mean? Before there.
Right.
Without me going into that.
Right. Coming back to P-Dog, right? P-Dog is like the first dude I met because
Yeah.
back then, because if you think about over there behind Coolidge Park, those residents over there was kind of like
nice. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So the flocking was like,
yeah.
That's how I met P-Dog. You know, the flocking was on. You know, if you get what I'm saying. I knew P-Dog when he was walking.
Yeah.
I know that something happened to him later on that he lost his ability to walk. You know, and we don't have to get into that.
Yeah,
but,
we don't.
But he was such a high energy cat. You know.
Yeah. When me and my dad, I met that was my dad protege. My dad was older than P-Dog, and when we met P-Dog, it was some shit. It was some shit going on. Me and my dad was riding up the street with our white boy neighbor, and my neighbor said, "Jojo," he said, "Jojo, that black guy's riding on my bike." And this is how my father met P-Dog.
Right. So what was that interaction? Was that like, did it work out or?
It worked out because Pops confronted P-Dog and said, "Hey, that's my neighbor's bike." And P-Dog got up off the bike in business mode and said, "Hey, look, I bought this bike." And my neighbor was he was willing to give him what he had paid for it.
Okay.
So everybody's happy.
Got it. What has Bruce been to you? Either mentor wise or just a homie wise. What has he been to you?
He's been a homie. He's been a big homie. He's a big homie.
And where did you meet him?
He was another one of my pop's friends. He hung around the house, like P-Dog hung around the house, like everybody hung around the house. And these was guys that my dad interacted with. So while my dad interacting with them, they're at the house, I know him.
Okay.
That way.
At what point did you decide to come off the porch?
I was a youngster, still in elementary, and one of the older homies, they caught me down there and they just basically whooped on me. That'd be Big Coop and Baby Reg whooped on me. He from the set now. I was about like 10 years old.
Did you ever think you would be a part of it, or was it like something that was on your wish list? You seeing all these interactions, but you don't really know how to approach it.
I wasn't looking for that night. I wasn't looking for that. And from then on, it was just on. From Story King Elementary, it was on. Old Crip.
Okay, so let me ask you this: who was impactful in your upbringing, and also who influenced your cripping? Let me put it that way.
My homeboy, Baby Reg.
Why?
Because he was an enforcer coming up. When I got the I was in elementary. When I got the Hamilton, he was already pushing the line up there, catching fades, and I just followed suit, catching fades right behind him. And people that fall behind me, same suit. They follow suit behind me. So that's what it was, from Story King to Hamilton to Jordan.
You mentioned catching fades, right?
We were squabbling back then.
And you're right. The squabbling was that's just what it was. You know what I mean? And I know that things turned and went in a different direction, but going up on the north side, what was it like for you versus when you left the north and went to the east, or you went to the west? Was it a different Long Beach from what you knew in the north?
From going to the east side?
Going to the east or going to the west?
Well, I never really had no problems with the west side, but it was definitely always a problem with the east side. We never got along with the east side. And into my later years, I became, I became close with some of the guys over there.
Uh-huh. Can you talk about a consequential moment in your cripping? In other words, a moment that might be like might shock most, or maybe something that you can share that people didn't know about you but found out in your cripping.
A lot of people at one time seemed to believe that I was like one of the biggest set trippers. And really when you
Not King Set Trip.
King set trip, and really when you defending your neighborhood, I think I was just doing what everybody else was doing. You know, you always want to know who's in your neighborhood. And once a lot of folks got to met me, they found out that I'm not the biggest set tripper. That you can't. I'm somebody that you can really get along with, and so forth. We might be able to get along, make money, build relationships, all kind of things together. You know what I mean? That part.
What was it about your personality for them to even think such a thing?
Of course, I'm gonna hit everybody up just so I can know who you are.
Mhm.
And sometimes you can hit a person up and not even know you know them or you know they folks. Sometimes hitting a person up is not all about where you from. It tells you who you are.
Also, it helped you connect dots.
Yeah. Okay. I know you.
Because now, oh, I know your father, I know your cousin, I know your uncle, your
Exactly.
aunties.
Exactly.
Okay, now I can say, oh, you belong over here.
Exactly.
So because there's been throughout generations, people live way wherever,
Mm-hmm.
and then because now we're looking at the internet. Let me take it to the internet.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people that's on the internet ain't necessarily where they from. They just internet guys. In other words, they might have saw a video like your video. They might say like, I like him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm finna start claiming old hood. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's where we at today.
Mm-hmm.
But what you're talking about back then, I understand because you're right. In order to understand who individuals are, you have to, hit them up and say, and then you connect the dots. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know your folks, all right. And from there on, then it can go the other way. Shit, I don't know you folks. What you doing over here? We do not get along. You know?
Is it any truth that you kind of shared hoods with the boulevards, or you guys kind of like there was just streets that divided the two?
Well, the boulevard is the one strip, which is the boulevard they had the nine. But you got boulevards that grew up inside the neighborhood. But for the most part, the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, is people, that's from the set. That's old Crips, But did you have boulevards back there? Do they hang out? Is that a shared community? Yes, it is. It's a
Okay.
shared community.
And are you guys still tight to this day, or?
You know, the guys gonna be guys. Sometimes we get along, sometimes we don't get along.
Yeah, that's in all sense.
Yeah. And for the most part, ain't nobody been killed, and I like it like that.
That's the blessing
Yeah,
right
that's the
there.
blessing. They the homies. Like, I grew up with a lot of them, went to school with them, and I ain't trying to see that happen.
Right. And you're right. That keeps everything peaceful and keep you, at least being productive and having that same energy the way you look out for one another
Yeah.
versus being. Because I saw, I'm a component, right? Praise in public,
Mhm.
DP in private. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because there's people out now that we on the internet again,
Hmm.
they want to film the DPs.
That ain't never
What's your
supposed to happen.
what's your perspective on that?
If you DPing your homeboy on camera, you need to be DP. That's supposed to be something that's supposed to be something like you said. That's supposed to be in private. Why we gonna DP the homie for the world to see?
Yeah,
This
because
ain't
then
even
he
the
can't
world.
understand his mistake. You know what I mean? He can better accept his mistake, and then he can learn that okay, it's still love, homie. We just got to correct you.
Yeah, because you don't embarrass the man now.
Yeah,
He might want to come back and do you something after that.
yeah, that definitely be.
That's embarrassing. You gonna whoop a homie like that in front of everybody? Like, some people say you shouldn't even whoop your damn kids in front of everybody like that. I don't know. But DPing a homie like that? No.
Once again, Professor Melly Mel Hood Postman. I'm here with my guy Tyde Bo. Lock the door. Lock the door, Tyde.
Lock the door.
Cali Miners, baby. Proof of grind all the time. Music money. Got a dollar sign. Hub City. I'm a street nigga. Streets fuck with me. I'ma keep pushing products till the fans get me. It's guap off top. Diamond Cartier. That nigga wall won't give a broke bitch the time of day. They see me climbing. They see me shining. That's hard work. Proof of grinding. New money got me tipping in that 550. Ali, bad man, and I'm so pretty. I got that tech with me. That's my hater sprayer. Go big, grind now, nigga, play later. What can I say? I'm addicted.